good? Welcome to PHLY Flyers pregame presented by Bet365. My name is Bill Matz. I'm your director of fun and games for the evening. Joining me live in the Xfinity studio, it is Broad Street Hockey's own Kelly Hinkle.
What's up?
So Hinks,
Hi.
what's up?
As I asked before the show, I wonder how you feel being the main character.
It's actually kind of hilarious.
It brings me great joy.
This whole
being
thing,
honest.
it's so funny. Like a pretty, what I thought like an obvious, innocuous question, like not innocuous, but like obvious question that I didn't even think was like
Phrased in a
crazy.
very diplomatic
Like,
way.
I don't think I phrased it in a way that was, what the hell are you doing, coach?
No, you
It was
didn't.
just like, hey man, can you like tell me what is the problem here so that I can understand it and so that many of my listeners can understand it, because
Right.
we see something that we don't think is correct. But you're the head coach, you know the ins and outs. He answered it, and since then, the internet's blown up with Matvei Michkov versus Rick Tocchet stuff.
What a time to be
We
alive.
talked about it yesterday with Alex Appleyard. We drew comparisons to Lindros, Richardson, Carter Gauthier, whatever happened there.
We don't know.
Sopranos reference. But like, it's like this whole thing has just gotten absolutely, I think, out of hand.
It has gotten
Some fans are determined to start fire Tocchet chants tonight.
Good. You know, have fun with that.
I don't know. I don't know if that's going to get too far either with the crowd or with management, but you know, to each their own.
Yeah, we'd be curious actually to see how that works out, because we often forget, people like us,
Yeah.
and also people like you often forget that the online section of the fan base, it's not really an accurate cross section of the fan base
Like
as
the
a
people
whole.
who actually pay to buy tickets and go to the stadium.
Right. So you might find, as an avid Twitter user, that you get yourself down there to the Xbox and you start your little chant, and you know, Tony from South Jersey turns around and tells you to shut up.
It's a very, very good chance. But who knows? I don't know. I'm not at the stadium all that often. I don't get to go to games. I'm here with you for pre and post game.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe it'll come through on the broadcast tonight. Who knows? But let's get to, or before we get to tonight's game, I got to tell you about our DieHard sale right now for the big game. That's right. The best coverage from the big game. As you've seen, all of ALLCITY shows are down at Radio Row. All of our best football writers are there, and you can get that coverage right now for 60% off, your first year of DieHards being only $32. Get in there, get your free t-shirt, get in there, get access to the Discord, access to all of our premium written content, and so much more. Right now, allphly.com, or scan that, there it is right there. Scan that thing, that QR code. 60% off for DieHard memberships.
I always forget you're not allowed to say the name of that game.
I think you are. I don't know.
Everything I see is always like the big game. We're making snacks for the big game. Like, I don't think you're allowed to say the.
I guess in advertising, you're not allowed. I got to believe it's like public domain at this point.
Seems like it ought to be.
Like, I don't know. This belongs to the world now.
Yeah.
Sorry, you lost that.
I feel like we've all gotten the express written consent.
Yeah,
from the
100%.
Lord. Yeah.
That's like nobody. It's like Flyers games when they're, you can't show highlights of this without the express written consent. Like, buddy, no one would want to.
Yeah, nobody cares.
You should be paying me to talk about this, quite
Exactly.
honestly,
Yeah.
with what has gone on with this Flyers team, who have lost 4 in a row. They've won 2 games this, they won, 3 games in January.
It was a weak month.
It's going poorly. It is going poorly for our Philadelphia Flyers. And now this is the first of the final 2 before the Olympic break. Tomorrow, I believe tomorrow at around noon, we have the mini trade deadline, the roster, the trade freeze ahead of the Olympics. So Danny Briere will be unable to make trades. And that's one of my theories, is I think he did a 97.5 interview at the carnival, but didn't do our show, didn't do STG. So perhaps he's busy. You know what this fan base could use? This entire organization. Like, we need this break. 19 days between games. There has never been a time, maybe in Flyers history, where we all needed a break from each other.
We all got to log off. We don't need to talk to each other. We don't need to watch these dorks. Like, everything needs to chill for a second.
Briere is speaking to the media after warmups. So maybe
Charlie O'Connor.
Maybe something's going to happen, but according to Charlie. So check Charlie's Twitter timeline after this show to see what the hell Briere is talking about. But yeah, this is like, we badly need this break, but you know what else we need? Maybe Briere's going to do something awesome. Maybe he's going to come out there and say something awesome to the media, like, "Hey man, we just got Robert Thomas. Everything's cool." Like, what if that happens? Then all is well. I am no longer worried about the coach.
Yeah, no. I'm interested to see what he says, because this is like, so since Briere took over, we've talked a lot about how, like, you know, locked up the front office seems and how, like, in step with each other they seem, and everyone seems to be on the same page.
No,
and,
that's a great point.
They kept the Cutter thing quiet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no leaking. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Media gets here. And now, all of a sudden, now Biz is getting tips from somebody. Wonder who told him about Matvei being fat. Like, it's just, like, very weird that now all of a sudden everything, all the dirty laundry's out here.
I guess
spilling.
I guess they talked about it on Chicklets Day. I haven't heard that. But apparently he called us all effing morons. He could get into Harvard compared to us, which, if you've ever listened to the show, the guy barely speaks English. But like, and it's his first language.
I'm so sad that I didn't get to ask a question, because I would really like to believe that Ryan Whitney thinks that me personally is dumb.
So we'll get to see
next time.
Maybe I'll listen to that at first intermission or something.
Yeah.
I have the clip here. Someone sent it to me on Twitter.
Baby.
But I'm excited for that. Like, 32 Thoughts was just like, yeah, man, Briere needs to, like, do something to calm everybody down.
Yeah,
and
Friedman's getting involved.
As we see here, he will be speaking to the media shortly. All right, let's talk about tonight's game. Let's talk about this lineup. It doesn't appear there's going to be too many changes. Dan Vladar will be in net. He's 16-8-5 with the goals against around 2.5 and a .903 save percentage. The Flyers' #1 goalie in net, and you got to believe he will be in there on Thursday as well. Against my direct wishes, it got so nuts with Tocchet, I didn't even get to tell him, like, hey, let's not. Let's just let Kolosov get these games, and then who knows? Maybe Vladar has no chance of getting hurt. He takes the checks to the medal round and then comes out and wins all of his March and April starts, and we're on our way to the playoffs.
My plan, you know, for my own mental health was to root for Dan Vladar. And the Czechs at the Olympics. So
Charlie and I were going to go.
Be there.
Charlie and I were going to go all in for Latvia from a show perspective, because like, they're not going very far. So this wouldn't be like a real undertaking for us. No. And it's cool. Rodrigo Abels just call himself an Olympian. Right. Like, in that Germany game, he's 1C against Leon Draisaitl, hard match. That would be a lot of fun.
That would have been fun.
But unfortunately, I don't think Abels is going to be making it. Or maybe he'll be just healthy enough to make the trip. Who knows? But we will continue to see Trevor Zegras playing center, as Charlie tweeted about today when Tocchet spoke to the media pre-game. He asked, or someone asked, I'm not positive, just what went into this decision to finally just say, all right, it's yours. We're gonna put you there. And Tocchet said, well,
the hand was forced.
I thought he was going for the first 30 games or so. He was going so good, I didn't want to make that change. I think he would have looked at me like I'm crazy. He was filling the net, and he was doing really well. So out of necessity a little bit now, and see if you can hold that position down for us. He likes that he likes the hybrid. Put him on the wing sometimes. He likes that I hybrid him. So, he likes that I hybrid him. Put him on the wing sometimes. I understand it. Last game, I put him on the wing sometimes. I might do it again, try to get Coots some extra shifts there. We'll manage that. So he does like the hybrid position. He gets to go back and forth. Right. But at this point, they really just don't have 4 centers you can put in the top 9, or 3 centers you can put in the top 9 on a regular basis.
No.
because Sean Couturier, while he continues to drive play and he's good from the red line in, serves almost no purpose on the offensive side of the red line. So he is the nominal force.
Now he can win a faceoff.
He can certainly win a faceoff.
And then quickly skate off the ice.
He doesn't do anything quickly.
Well, it's true. Quick for him.
Yeah, which is a big issue. Like if it's the second period and it's the long change and he's out there to win the faceoff and get off, well, chances are he's not going to be able to do that.
No.
But regardless, so we are going to continue to see, for at least the time being, we're going to continue to see Trevor Zegras at center, which I think we're all happy about because who the hell else is going to do it? And they need to find out if he can.
Yeah.
But we do have the lines and pairs now. Of course, it'll be Dan Vladar in net. The forwards, Dvorak, Grebenkin, Konechny, Zegras, Barkey, Tippett, Cates, Michkov, Brink, Couturier, Delorier, Grundstrom. Now,
oh boy.
All right. This is fine, but like you put Zegras and Michkov together.
Yeah.
First game, disaster. All right. I didn't expect it to last. Then you stuck with it. And in the Kings game, yes, they had one bad shift where neither Zegras nor Michkov was back-checking all that hard. And it's the Kuzmenko goal, which ultimately doesn't count. Gets called back on an offside. But even if you look at the shift chart and go, oh, man, that's a real bad shift, they were awesome together otherwise. Like, out shooting, out chancing, high danger chances. They spent the entire time in the offensive zone outside of one bad shift, and now they are broken up. And you see Michkov back with Cates. On defense, it's going to be Sanheim, Risto, York, Drysdale, and Sealer, Juleson. So Emil Andre, once again, cannot get back into the lineup. We're going to be subjected to more Noah Juleson.
You can't take a guy like Noah Juleson out of your lineup, Bill.
When you've lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, he's going to get you there.
This isn't the biggest deal in the world to
Not
me.
really.
Because, like, I just don't think Emil Andre's that good.
He hasn't been that impressive.
But, like, I don't know. He might be. And Noah Juleson definitely isn't.
It's just one of those things where, like, when you don't have optimal parts, you want to try to optimize what you do have. And if we're all being honest with ourselves, as unimpressive as Emil Andre has been this season, he's on a night in, night out basis probably going to be better than Noah Juleson at most things.
And the thing is, like, okay, I think Charlie asked the question about how they work the fourth line and whatever this rotation is, and is it matchup based? And talked about how Washington's a big, heavy team, and they are. You look at Tom Wilson, obviously, Ovechkin, obviously, right. Alexei Protas. Like, these are big dudes. Yeah, maybe you want to match the physicality a little bit. Or maybe when they're coming in on the forecheck real hard, you want to get the puck up ice as quickly as possible. I feel like Emil Andre gives you a little bit better of a chance to do that than Noah Juleson, but again, doesn't really matter. Juleson or Andre and Drysdale were a pretty good pair for an extended period of time this year, but it's hard to argue that Emil Andre's play has not fallen off. So that is your lineup tonight. And now, I guess we've already done the Rick Tocchet stuff, so we can come back and touch on it again, but we got to take our break. It's time to tell you about Xfinity, because I got to ask, what if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? Well, that's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense, and that lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online, all your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. There's no annual contract, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment is always included. Take it from me, a lock can change in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken. We hate contracts. Well, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it should stay reliable, and the price should stay put. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Go Birds. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You know, Bet365 has over 90 million users worldwide. They live stream almost 800,000 events each year. And today, Bet365 offers the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting across 78 different sports. And with the Bet365 NHL early payout offer, you're a winner. If your team gains a 3-goal lead, you get an instant payout on straight bets, and your parlay selections are marked as winners. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, and we have breaking news from our friends at Bet365. New customers now get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5, win or lose. All you gotta do, sign up, use the code PHLY365, deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or older and in PA. If you or someone who has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, welcome back. And I guess we got to talk a little bit more about Tocchet before we move on to the Capitals.
Okay.
I just, for the most part this year, I haven't, terribly disliked the job he's done. I think there are little things, for the most part, that have annoyed me.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's gone okay. I think it took about a month for them to figure out his systems. And then the team from mid-November through the start of January was playing really well. They were averaging over 3.5 goals a game. Mm-hmm. The goaltending was holding up as long as Sam Ersson wasn't in there. Right. They were getting pretty good games out of most of the players. Yeah, I would have liked Michkov play a little bit more, but I don't know, 13 minutes, 15 minutes, 16 minutes. What the hell's the difference? It's just lately, it feels like he's going, and I didn't see this at first. People said it, but now it seems to be like if you ask about Michkov, he'll just tell you something bad about him. And I don't know if he's done that to any other player on the team.
Nobody did it to Pettersson, did he not? I believe this is exactly the same treatment that Pettersson got in Vancouver.
And I guess that's what worries me about the situation now.
It's not good. Because that did not turn out well.
No. And Pettersson hasn't really been the same guy since. Now, a lot of that's on him, and a lot of that's on the Vancouver Canucks organization. Sure. But you look at how that organization was left. The general manager and ownership, mostly because it's impossible to move that Pettersson contract, moved JT Miller, and then the coach left, and then they traded Quinn Hughes, who's the second best defenseman, maybe the best defenseman in hockey. I don't want that to happen. One, we don't even have pieces that good.
That's the thing.
To lose pieces that equivalent would be
now.
I don't even know. Yeah. It would be Michkov. It would be TK and Vladar. I don't even know what to even compare. It's like Zegras. It would be everybody.
Bristow is our best.
I don't know what we would even have to give up to be in that situation. So I suppose that's what I worry about more than anything. But maybe Danny Briere is going to come out and say, all is well, don't worry about it. And that will put us all at ease, Kelly.
I mean, but here's the thing, was Tocchet's team performing well, or was Dan Vladar playing lights out and Trevor Zegras shooting an unsustainable shooting percentage? When a guy wins the Jack Adams on the back of really good goaltending?
Yeah.
It's easy for your team to look really good when you have, a guy scoring at a ridiculous clip and your goaltender playing really well.
Typically, you look at a Jack Adams winner and you go, "Oh, you know what? He probably had a Vezina finalist."
Yeah, John Cooper never won.
John Cooper has never won. Yeah. Yes, he'll win this year. After he gets a gold medal and dresses like Scarface, he will.
That should do it.
He'll finally get in. All right, let's talk about these Washington Capitals, the Flyers' opponent tonight. They are 28, 22, and 7, 63 points in 57 games, having a little bit of a disappointing season. Somehow, some way, Kelly, this is unbelievable to me. 0.04% worse on the power play than yours, mine, and our Philadelphia Flyers.
That's impressive.
They have Alex Ovechkin.
They sure do.
They have John Carlson. This seems impossible.
Are they is Ovechkin just not able to get to the spot anymore? All he has to do is go to the spot.
Does he forget where it is?
Maybe
Like, does
he
he have
forgot where the
dementia?
spot is.
Like, he doesn't know how to get there. He's standing at the blue line, like it's here, right?
Me to push him to the spot. Maybe he scores at will. I don't understand
that's
how this is
unbelievable to me. I heard it was around 15% today.
Wow.
And I was like, that's not good. And then
Sure
sitting it right next to the Flyers number, like, ooh, that is bad. But they're having a little bit of a disappointing year. You know, a couple of years ago when they beat out the Flyers for that spot, for that playoff spot in the last couple days of the season, it was like, all right, it was us, Pittsburgh, Washington, all fighting, none very good. And then Washington last year, like, oh, yeah, they won't sustain that. They didn't. They were a lot better. They were, I think, the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They were excellent.
Yeah.
Up with Winnipeg for the President's Trophy. And now they've really, really fallen off. But they have won 3 straight games. They're 2 points behind the Islanders for 3rd in the Metro. The wild card is going to 2 Atlantic teams because the Atlantic is just so much better. But it does feel like Washington is finally maybe getting it going a little bit here as we approach the Olympic break and, you know, that March-April push we're going to see teams make coming out of the break. That should be pretty good for Ovi, I would guess, having a few days off.
Oh, I'm sure it's great for him. He's an old man now. They're also, I think they won their last 3. I think.
Yes, they've won 3 straight.
A roll. The Flyers are on the opposite of a roll. So this, I mean,
it's the opposite of a roll. Is it a croissant? The Flyers.
Well, the roll is like a more like rolling.
The Flyers are on a croissant
than the bread. I think.
Because you can roll a roll, you can't roll a croissant.
No, you can't. It's not round.
It's not.
What was I gonna say? Okay, if I'm gonna be like optimistic and positive for a second, like this could be one of those games where it's like, all right, like you've won 3 in a row, like you're feeling good about yourselves.
Time to lose.
Now you're like, oh, this team sucks. We can hold back a little bit. And then the Flyers, you know, having lost a bunch of games, they're real pissed off. Maybe they're gonna come out flying. Maybe it'll be one of those games.
Amid this firestorm, like the best thing they could do is just come out and kick ass tonight. Like, if they come out and Michkov has 3 points and Zegras has 3 points and Vladar stops 34-35 or whatever, like, that would probably ease the tension going into the Olympic break a bit.
I think you're right, but I think we've reached one of those... The break is the only thing that's going to work because everyone's worked themselves into a real freakish frenzy.
Yes.
And I think if they win tonight, there's going to be a section of people that are just pissed off that they won. Like, how dare you?
Honestly, yeah.
Now you're going to start winning.
Well, we've
Who
started.
do you think you are?
We've started Tankathon in post games.
You have.
So quite honestly, I'm going to be disappointed. I mean, I always want to see the Flyers play well.
Yeah.
It just feels like they've crossed that point.
It's futile at this point.
I really wasn't. I was really hoping to not get there. That even if they missed the playoffs, it was like they were there till the end.
Yes.
But now, as Brenna just showed us the standings, like
they're not in it.
You have to get into the top 2 or 3 in this division. You are not getting a wild card.
Yeah.
And they just aren't able to sustain good play. They went on the road. They beat Vegas, and it was like more of a just kind of tough it out. Let's try to get this done. Ayerson plays a good game, and Travis Konechny scores a couple of goals. We got it. All right. We finally put an end to the losing streak. Mm-hmm. Then you blow the lead in Utah, but hey, you get a point, and you're able to say that because you came out the next night and beat the Colorado Avalanche, and all was well. And they followed that up with some of their worst hockey of the season. It's truly impressive how inconsistent this team has been.
Yeah.
I don't think even with 19 days in between games, they are going to be able to rally themselves to put together 2 good weeks. So what's the point?
Yeah, I know. And it kind of sucks because like you, I really thought that this was going to be a season where they were firmly on the bubble for the length of it. And it would be like maybe game 80 or 81. Like, okay, cool, we're in it. But yeah, that's not going to happen, obviously. So at this point, logically, it's hard to, and as we've said 1,000 times, you and I are going to go out onto the couch and we're going to watch this game and we're going to want the Flyers to score goals and win the game. But like on a macro level, it's kind of hard to root for them to do well, because at this point, like, it seems like the best they're going to do is, picking 14th. And that's not great.
Well, right now, or last couple of times we've done Tankathon was they were at the 10 spot and remained at the 10 spot. So
Okay.
there's a lot of season left to make some headway towards the top 7, top 5, top 3. So we'll see how that goes. It will be Clay Stevenson in net for the Washington Capitals. He is 2-0-0 with a 197 and a 923 save percentage.
That's pretty good.
He started last night, stopped 29 of 30 against the Isles. This is his third start in 4 days, though, so maybe you can catch him a little. I don't know. He has spent the last 2 years in the AHL. He was in the ECHL before that.
Yeah.
They play a lot of 3-3s there. So there are goalies get a good workout in the AHL, where it's mostly like weekends, so kids can go to games and stuff. So it's not as if he's unfamiliar. I think Spencer Carberry said, like, oh yeah, he's good with back-to-backs. It's fine.
Maybe you do a little, like, Wayne Simmons told you to, crash the net a little bit.
That conversation with Wayne Simmons was really eye-opening, just in terms of, like, when I made the joke about goals getting taken away for goalie interference, he's like, no, I was really good at not doing that. And we've seen so many this year where it's like, well, what do you want him to do? And it's, you know what?
Stay out of the blue paint.
Not that. Don't go into the blue. The rule is more defined than it's been since the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, don't go into the paint. So maybe they can do that, but still crowd the goalie a little. If you're outside the paint and you crowd him, that's your ice. That's maybe they can do a little bit of that and just take pucks to the net. Just
go through
try
the crease and stick your leg out a little bit.
Try to take pucks to the net.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for the pregame picks.
Hey-o.
That's right. It's our Bet365 pregame picks. Sign up for Bet365. Use code PHLY365. Then deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, whether your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus an NPA. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. One bet tonight, Kelly.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm just trying to come up with something that could something that this team could rally around. And maybe it's the captain finally lighting the lamp. He last scored on December 7th, his birthday. It's been 27 straight games since he last scored a goal. Did not score a goal for the entire month of January. We sit here on February 3rd.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight is the night for Sean Couturier. I am taking Coots to score a goal for the first time this calendar year. Plus 425. It's a nice little payoff for a guy, but I just want it for him because
I do too.
At this point, I just feel bad.
Yes.
We're sitting here making jokes about the guy.
He's using a 5-year-old stick to try to get the mojo back. It's not.
I like Sean Couturier a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to be talking about buying him out. I really don't want to be talking about figuring out a way to get him on Ellis Island, whatever it is, trading him, getting rid of him. So maybe he can score tonight. All right, we have some super chats to close out pregame. Let's do it. J.E. Frucione, what's up, Mr. Red Hot Chili Pepper? He says, I loved Rick Tocchet as a player. I even think he's a good coach. But the way he went public with you guys about his issue with number 39 is as unprofessional as number 39 showing up out of shape. He should bench himself. Listen, I'm not going to complain about a guy. I'm in the content business saying a little more than he should. But also, as a fan, I probably don't want the coach openly criticizing the player to this extent. If he makes a mistake on the ice in front of all of us, call it out.
Yeah.
But this seems to be going a little far, especially considering this doesn't happen to anyone else.
No.
We have seen Travis Sanheim torched time and time again. And I don't know. It doesn't seem to be getting to this.
I don't believe that Matvei Michkov on February 3rd, 2/3 into the season, is out of shape anymore.
I don't know.
I don't believe that.
I don't know what to believe anymore. All right. Next one is, let's see here. This is from David Shub. Twitter broke Chuck. We love you, Chuck. Charlie.
Just be nice to Charlie.
Stop yelling at Charlie.
Stop yelling at Charlie.
Charlie has nothing to do with it. He's a good guy.
He just works here.
He's doing his job well. All right. From Blessed Martian says, G Bill, you really set the Flyer world on fire by asking hard questions. Very Socratic of you.
Socrates. It's you.
Socrates, man. That's me.
Yeah.
Dude, it's under Socrates. I had a world history teacher freshman year of like a substitute show up there. He's like, just read the chapters on Socrates and leave me alone. And dude, it's under Socrates. I stood up out of my chair, started yelling. Nobody else got the joke.
Wow.
And I was like, this is the best.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't even think the question was that like hard of a question.
It really wasn't.
But I wasn't even going to ask it. Charlie put it in the outline. I was like,
He
oh,
did.
we're doing this? All right, I'm stealing it then. All right, and the last
Probably
one
for the best
here
that Charlie
is
didn't ask
from
it, honestly.
exactly. The last one here is from Thomas Brown. Says after all of this 6-2 win, love from Wales. Oh wow, Wales! That's awesome. All right,
Which weird.
Hartford Whaler here. I realize it's a
I know.
country. I know.
All the names of the towns in Wales are really weird. I
That's
wonder where he
probably
lives.
what. That's probably
I know,
what
it's
all those
probably
questions
yeah,
are.
there's probably different alphabet or something.
All right, but that is all the time we have for you on PHLY Flyers pregame presented by Bet365. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for hanging out. If you haven't already, follow us right here. I just forgot what I was saying.
Smash the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button as well. 70 likes, good. 100 would be a lot better. Follow us right here on the PHLY Sports YouTube page. We'll be back after this goes final with postgame. Follow us on Twitter at PHLY_Flyers and follow the podcast wherever you get those. Just search PHLY Flyers. I'm Bill. That's Kelly. Thanks as always to Brenna. Let's go Flyers.
We all silly like the mayor.